I've been thinking of this question for a while. Why does overthinking money keep you poor? And I want to start with an answer that comes from philosophy. Ready? Here goes nothing. Overthinking money keeps you poor because it makes you overvalue what money is and undervalue what money isn't. Now, let's unpack this idea. First, we have the overvaluing of money itself. When we think too much about money, we tend to ascribe qualities to it that it simply doesn't possess. We might think of money as having some sort of moral worth or power over us. We might start to believe that money can buy happiness or solve all our problems. Or we might fear that money will corrupt us or make us greedy. But these beliefs are just that, beliefs. They're not actually based on the nature of money itself. Let's take each belief one at a time. Money as moral. The idea that money has some kind of moral quality comes from the fact that money represents certain values in society. Like if you earn $1,000, that might represent hard work or skill or talent. But money itself doesn't have any moral value. It's just a piece of paper or a number in your bank account. If we start to think of money as having a moral value, then we'll start to ascribe those same values to ourselves. For example, we might start to think that we're morally superior because we have more money than someone else. Or we might feel guilty or ashamed if we don't have as much money as we used to. But again, these beliefs are just that, beliefs. They're not actually based on the nature of money itself. Money as a solution to our problems. This belief comes from the fact that money can certainly solve some problems. If we need to pay for food or shelter or clothing, having more money will help us do that. But money can't solve all our problems. It can't fix broken relationships or heal our bodies when we're sick. And many people who have a lot of money still have serious problems in their lives. Money as a source of happiness. This belief comes from the fact that having enough money to meet our basic needs can certainly contribute to our happiness. If we're worried about paying for food or rent, then having enough money to cover those costs will make us feel more secure and happier. But money can't buy all kinds of happiness. We can't use money to buy friendship or love or respect. And many people who have a lot of money report being quite unhappy. The belief that money will corrupt us or make us greedy. This belief comes from the fact that we often see examples of people who have become greedy or selfish because of their pursuit of money. But money itself doesn't have any corrupting power. It's just a tool. It's like saying that hammers are dangerous because someone might hit someone else with one. Of course, this could happen, but the danger isn't inherent to the tool itself. It's up to the person using the hammer to decide how to use it. So this brings us to the first part of the answer. Overthinking money keeps us poor because it makes us overvalue what money is. When we ascribe qualities to money that it simply doesn't have, we start to act in ways that make us poorer. For example, if we start to think of money as having a moral value, then we'll be less willing to earn money by engaging in certain activities, even if those activities would make us wealthy. Or if we think that money can buy happiness, then we'll be less likely to spend money on things that would actually make us happier, like experiences or relationships, because we'll be too busy counting our money. But there's another part to the answer here. Overthinking money keeps us poor because it makes us undervalue what money isn't. When we think too much about money, we tend to forget that it's not the only important thing in life. We might start to believe that having more money is the ultimate goal, but this belief is also just that, a belief. It's not actually based on the nature of money itself. In fact, when we start to think that having more money is the ultimate goal in life, then we'll be less likely to pursue other goals that might actually be more fulfilling. For example, if we want to be financially wealthy, we might not have time to develop strong relationships or pursue our creative passions. And if we end up sacrificing these other aspects of our lives in order to make more money, then we'll be less happy and less fulfilled, even if we end up with more money. Now, I know that this might sound abstract or philosophical, but it's actually really concrete and actionable advice. If you want to stop overthinking money and start living a richer, more fulfilling life, then you need to start by changing the way you think about money. You need to stop ascribing qualities to money that it simply doesn't have and start focusing on what money can actually do for you. And now let me tell you why. You probably got value from this video already. If you did, please click the like button. Now let's get into the second part of the video. 3 practical tools that help you search smarter, not harder. We're going to look at advanced Google searches, contextualizing your topic, and identifying key concepts. But before we dive into those, I want to clarify something. These 3 tools aren't just for academics. Even if you're not in school or working on a research project, you can still benefit from using them to think about your topic in new ways. So let's go through each one. First, utilize search techniques. Advanced Google searches can help you find valuable sources that you might not have found otherwise. For example, if you wanted to learn more about the relationship between poverty and overthinking, you could try searching for poverty or overthinking. This search would give you results that included both topics, which might lead you to sources that you wouldn't have found if you just searched for each topic separately. Another example, let's say you're interested in the impact of social media on body image. You could try searching for body image and social media, not Instagram. This search would give you sources that talked about both body image and social media, but specifically excluded Instagram. This could help you find sources that offered a broader perspective on the topic. Second, contextualize your topic. Reading widely about your topic can help you frame your research questions in a new light. For example, if you're researching the impact of poverty on children, reading about poverty from different perspectives, like from economists, sociologists, and philosophers, might help you come up with new and more nuanced research questions. Instead of asking, "How does poverty affect children?" you might start to wonder, how do different definitions of poverty shape our understanding of its effects on children? How do children's experiences of poverty differ across different communities or countries? By reading widely, you can start to see your topic from different angles, which can lead to more interesting and original research questions. 3. Identify key concepts. Searching for keywords related to your topic can help you gather important terms and concepts that you might not have thought of otherwise. For example, if you're researching climate change, searching for keywords like climate change mitigation or climate change adaptation might lead you to discover new terms like carbon footprint or greenhouse gases. Understanding these terms can help you dive deeper into your topic and explore new research questions. Thinking about your topic in these more specific terms can also help you narrow your focus and develop a more manageable research question. When you combine these 3 tools, you're able to approach your topic from multiple angles and consider a wider range of perspectives, which leads to richer, more nuanced understanding. It's a bit like using a multi-tool rather than just a single screwdriver. Just remember that each of these tools is just a starting point. The real work comes from how you use them. So ask lots of questions, explore different perspectives, and don't be afraid to go off the beaten path. That's where the most interesting discoveries are made. It's time for you to make some discoveries of your own. Start exploring some of the ideas in this video and see where they lead you. Who knows? You might just stumble upon something big. That's all for now. See you next time. Please click like, subscribe to the channel, and share with your loved ones. Don't forget to leave a comment below so we can together spread the value of life. See you again in the next programs. Continued at Audio QSC.